Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Doodle Robot, and today is part 6 of all of my coloring books purchased in 2021, which is all of my coloring books ever purchased. I only started coloring in February of 2021, so my book collection was bought through about March and the very early November. I haven't bought anything since early November. And I probably won't for the rest of the year unless Amazon has a really awesome sale, which I don't know. I don't think they're going to, as the sales around Christmas weren't that awesome. Or the Black Friday sales weren't that awesome. So today we're doing the smalls, all the small books. So no particular order here, just gonna show you what I've got. So I'm surprised because I really like Lulu Mayo's books. I'm surprised I liked her style because this was the first one I bought. The first one was A Million Mermaids. And I actually drove, 5 hours to Phoenix to visit relatives. There was a funeral I had to go to, and I made my cousin go in every art store and bookstore to look for books and coloring supplies. It was very early when I started coloring. And I waffled. And on the last day, the last hour of the last day, I was alone, I think. I don't think it was even, no, I was with my cousin. But I decided to get this book. And I think it was Michael's. In Michael's, you got to pay full price, not like Amazon, where it would have been cheaper. But I paid full price. And I came home and I started coloring in it pretty quickly. And oh my gosh, the paper was a religious experience. I mean, the Prismacolors just glide on this paper. It was so nice. And I was surprised that I liked the style because I'm like, it's a little too cartoony maybe for me, but I really took to it. I obviously blended colors and shaded and stuff. I didn't really shadow or anything, but you could disregard a lot of that stuff and just relax and have fun blending colors, and you don't have to worry about realism and stuff like that. So it was very relaxing. So yeah, I really liked the Prismacolors in this, although I do have to fix that because it's getting all over this page. But yeah, the 4 books that I have of hers, I look forward to coloring in. Just because it was so pleasant, I like my Prismacolors. That's the main thing I want to color with. I am trying to incorporate lots of other things, but that does seem to be my go-to. And this is underwater. Can't have enough underwater books. I live in the desert, so water, anything with water is going to be a big hit. Yeah, so this is very nice. This is A Million Mermaids. I've got A Million Cute Animals. I don't have anything colored in here yet. I've purchased so many books. My goal is to do 1 page in every book and then circle back. So A Million Cute Animals. I think I bought this one for the giraffes. On one of these pages, they're the cutest giraffes ever. They're by the little mushroom guy's house, which I'll never find now, but yeah. Super cute. I've got A Million Unicorns. And I'm surprised that I liked these chubby little unicorns, but when I was coloring these chubby little narwhal things, I didn't think I would like it, but I'm like, I just did 2 colors. It was simple, so I really like that. So I'm like, I'm gonna get that unicorn one because it's similar. It's a different character, but similar structure, I guess we'll say. So yeah. I also bought this one for the mushroom houses and cities. I think it's in here. I could be wrong. There's a whole page with mushroom houses. I won't be able to find it now. Oh, there it is. I think I bought it for this page. Mushroom houses in the sky. That should be a 60s song. And we've got A Million Sloths, which is my first Olga Rani fail. So her weekly challenge was the sun, and I did not finish this in time, but I did eventually finish it. So we've got Prismacolor, Signo gel pens around the clouds, silver and white, and then I was using my new gel pens. I had some gel pens. I inherited them from my cousin. Half of them didn't work, so I just had various random colors. But it inspired me to buy my own set of gel pens just at Walmart. Pen and Gear. Do I recommend them? Probably not, but they work fine. So I did the trees, leaves, flowers in gel pen. And I learned that you cannot, some of them ghosted, but you cannot blend on this thin paper in Lulu Mayo gel pens. Don't do that. Even the ones where it was just one coat, I was trying to go really light and quick with them, but they bled through, so I'll have to fix that somehow. But yeah, that was my first time trying Lulu Olga Rani. I did succeed finally, just recently on the mushroom one last week. So finally I finished one. It was only because I had been working on it for a long time, and she pulled a mushroom out just as I was finishing this picture with mushrooms that I had been working on a long time. Otherwise, I'm way too slow for Olga Rani. But my next category of books is Rita Berman. I do not have the full set, I'm sorry to say. When I ordered these off Book Depository, I ordered them thinking they were all going to come in the same box. I'm like, I'll make it easy for them. But they didn't have Autumn, and nor did they all come in the same box. They kind of piecemealed them to me all over the place. I've got Europa, under the land one, under the magnifying glass, and we've got, of course, the water one. Although, I think the land one may be one of my favorite books. I'm surprised. I almost didn't get this because I'm like, nah, I won't like that one. But I do. It could be my favorite. These are new, so I have not colored in most of these. So yeah, that's a cool one. I've got Under the Water, under the microscope magnifying glass. I've got Summer. I'm going to say this is spring. It looks very springy. I think everybody has seen Rita Berman. She's big lately since her new book came out. Everybody's doing Rita Berman, so I think everybody's seen her stuff. And I've got done one in winter just this weekend. I did one super fast, like in 2 days, which is super fast for me because I'm the slowest colorer on the internet. But I had to play with my new silky gel crayons. And I didn't use them like watercolor. I didn't do them with the brush. I rubbed them on like a crayon, and then I took a Q-tip and I rubbed them in. I rubbed them together because I wanted to try that technique. And I was gonna do this so I could try my Prismacolors on this book, and then I didn't use any Prismacolors at all. So I used the silky gel crayons. I did watercolor for the green of the tree, and then I got 4 different colors of gold and copper for like the decorations on the tree. I did them very sloppily, like that was on purpose. I outlined it in white. I painted acrylic yellow and then went over it with a gold gel pen that I have, a different gold gel pen. A really light, like a really yellowy gold one. And then I've got white acrylic marker by Ahuhu. That's what the white is. And then I went crazy splattering different colors on there. We got gold, we got green, color shift. It's all metallic and color shift things. White, gold, copper. Yeah, so that became an experimental page, but that was fun to do. So no colored pencil whatsoever on there. So that is winter. So now I'll have to try in another one of the books. I'll have to try for Prismacolor in that because I didn't do Prismacolor there. All right, so under some of my smalls, I think we're down to the one-offs, except for this. I've got 2 Selena Finnick ones, Fedorables, which I like the small size. Sometimes, you know, I may wish to travel with some colored pencils and a small book. So I got the 2 Fedorables. Neither of these have been colored in yet. I want to color that one. It's still on my list to do, but I'm so slow. All right, I've got the iconic Enchanted Faces. This is one of my first books too. I think it was in that first Amazon book haul. So here I'm playing with, I was trying Prismacolors, but I switched quickly to the Crayola colors that I talked about in my last video. Crayola is just, the harder lead just works better on the Amazon paper. I think this was the first face I did. It's terrible. I tried the Colors of the World there. Did not work so great. I went over it and over it. I tried to blend it with Prismacolor Blender. Not good, but that was my first attempt in there. My second attempt went worse. I was trying to be like Kay, coloring with Kay, and I tried to sparkle everything up. I went overboard with the sparkles, I think. So, I painted her gold. I turned her into a Bond girl, and then I had to erase the gold off of there. I almost tore the paper there trying to do that. So yeah, that was a disaster. But anyways, live and learn. It was fun. I do like this book. I want to do more in this book, so it's cool. It's a non-threatening way to try to do people because they're so not realistic. I mean, nobody has big eyes like that, so yeah, it's cool. I bought it for the faces and the hair so I could practice that because I'm not into people at all. All right, we've got Reptiloids. When I saw this way back when, I got this a long while ago, and somebody had it when nobody had it. I'm like, oh, that is so like weird and creepy. I have to get that. So I have done one in here, of course. The Yoda dude has to be first. And I think, oh, this was one of those satin glazing liquid attempts, and I don't know what I did here, but I was able to use Prismacolors quite successfully. Usually Crayola works better, but they didn't have the colors I wanted, so Prismacolors worked well too here. Mostly it's gel pen and Hoo water-based markers. So I was really trying to play with different mediums that I'm not comfortable with. That is the only one in this book. This is a good book, though. Super cool, weird creatures. Reptiloids by Vasil Seiko. And second to last one, Portrait of the Mermaid. I have a whip in here for December that I've only got the base down. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. I'm probably going to use colored pencil on the skin, but I think I may do some like texturing with gel pen on top of the hair. Dots and dashes and stuff like that to make all the strands look different. I don't know. I want to do something different, not shading and shadowing and all that stuff. And play with some sparkly stuff for her wings and her outfit there. So this is a play page, an experiment page. So we will see what happens. But yeah, this is just a bunch of mermaids with lots of hair and some like mandala type things in the background poking out there. I got this one a long time ago, so I don't know when, but that is by Sarah Burrier. I'm not sure if I said that right. All right. And the last book, one of my favorites, actually. There are several in this series, and every time I go to Barnes & Noble, every time I go to a town with a store, not where I live, like many hours away, I look at these books, and this is the only one I really want to get. It's by Angela Porter. It's not her usual over-the-top Zen Doodly style. This is one of my top favorite books. Probably one of those books on the list that I want to finish. Like, she strikes that balance of enough Zen Doodlies, but not over the top in my mind. The last section here is like a bunch of sleeping characters. I love the cat dreaming of fish. You see what I mean? Like, the background here is good, but then the rest is not. It doesn't blend in Although I realize you could unblend it with color and stuff, but it's like the perfect balance, like these little vignettes. I included this one in here because if you look at a Lulu Mayo book, let's get one that's not colored in, and Lulu Mayo draws edge to edge on all her books. It's actually small because it seems big, but it's a small drawing. So it's like the same. It's shorter, slightly shorter, and slightly shorter here. So it's actually probably even less space than, you know, these little drawings in the Lulu Mayo books. So they're quick, easy. The first page I did here, this is all Prismacolor. I don't think there's anything else on there. The Prismacolor just glides on there. It's so wonderful. That always helps when you know you don't have to fight with the paper. You don't have to work so hard for it. So I love this. I love this style. It's a little Rita Berman-y, but I really like that style. There's lots of little, you know, landscapes and vignettes like that. Like I love that. I love that. It's super cool. There are several, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 books in this. Be relaxed, be stress-free, be whatever in color. They're all illustrated by her. I thought this one was the best of the lot. I love these bathtub ones. There's several of them, several different styles of bathtubs. Yeah, so there's enough different variety, and it strikes that right balance between not too much and not too little. Kind of like her Starry Night one. I think some of her Entangled ones by Creative Haven are just a little over the top for my taste, but this strikes a good balance. So this is one of those books I think that I would come back to again and again and again to do the little vignettes. They talk about, if I recall, what makes a picture like calming to color and stuff. I read it, but it was a long time ago. I don't remember what it said, but yeah, one of my favorites here. Be Relaxed in Color, illustrated by Angela Porter. So those are all my small books. This was part 6 of a 6-part series of all my books purchased in 2021. I believe, if I counted correctly, I have around 95 plus or minus, because I might have missed 1 or 2 or recounted 1. Somewhere in there. So that's a lot of damage done between March and early November. That's when I purchased all of my books. I discovered coloring in February. I bought my first book then. Most of the other ones were, you know, purchased March through, like I said, early November. And I don't think I'm going to buy any more for this year. I don't know. Every time I look on Amazon, I'm like, yeah, I like that book, but I already have similar pictures like that in this book or that book. And so now it's like hard to justify buying other books, but those are my smalls. I thank you for joining me for the series. There's 6 other parts if you want to see more. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is. I will see you next time. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye.